Grimmick, the director of the Portland District Library, and you have signed up to sprinkle some sparkle in your garden, which is a take and make craft bag. When you come pick up your craft bag, you're actually not going to get a bag, you're going to get a watering can. And inside the watering can, you are going to have the spigot. I don't think that's really called the spigot, but this is the part of the watering can that goes on the end, on the spout. You will have a baggie, which contains a variety of crystals, chandelier crystals. And they really are a variety. They're going to be different facets, different shapes, all of that. Each bag is going to be a little bit different, probably. You are going to get a handful of these small beads. It does not matter what those look like. They're going to be on the inside. And then you're going to get 15 feet of this floral wire, which is kind of hard to see on camera because it's so thin, but you can sort of see it shining there. You will need to provide a pair of needle nose pliers. Now, if you have the wire cutting capacity on your needle nose pliers, then that's all you're going to need. If, like me, your wire cutter area is very dull, then you might want a separate set of wire cutters just because you're going to be cutting some wire. Now, this is another one of those crafts where you will be able to make it your own, and you can do it however you want. I'm going to show you basically the technique, and then you can adjust it however you want. Now, there's two ways to even begin with the craft. I don't know if you can see here, there's like an edge. Basically, this plate is one piece of metal, and then this rounded part is another piece of metal. And it sort of crimps over the side. The plate sort of crimps over the side. Now, theoretically, you can use your pliers and you can uncrimp this edge and just take this plate off, which would make the whole thing much easier to do. However, these are brand new watering cans, and they were just assembled. And so this is going to be a very tight seal. So I think it's going to take some work to get this off. If it's worth it to you to go through that work and like peel that up all around and uncrimp it so that you have better access to these holes, by all means, please do that. I only ordered enough watering cans for people who are going to be doing the craft, so I don't have any excess watering cans to like practice that. And I didn't want to wreck your watering can if if you didn't want to uncrimp it. So I'm just going to do it the second way, which is where we're just going to feed the wire down into this part of the thing and through the hole, which we will do in a second. Now, all of your crystals have at least one hole in them. These octagonal ones have a hole on each side, and there's like a wire already in them. So you have a chain of these. Everybody should have at least a small chain of these, which has the little jump rings in between them. Some of them have these very fancy metal things connecting them. These are supposed to be two different kinds of crystal, but they might be exactly the same. Interesting. Anyway, but these dangling ones only have one hole in the top. So there's different ways that we can do this. I guess I should have gotten a loose bead. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these crystals off of the jump ring. So basically what we want to do is we're going to string the crystals on the wire and then put the wire through the hole so that the crystals are, well, we're going to put the wire through the hole first. Okay, let me get my thoughts in order. So we're going to take a bead. The bead is what keeps the wire from just going all the way through the hole and out again. So you want to take a bead, like I say, it doesn't matter what the bead looks like, and you just want to wrap the wire around. You can use your needle nose pliers to just get that on there nice and tight. That was a bad job. See, you should always all feel better. Always feel better watching me do the crafts because I usually mess something up. And then you can know that you are doing a better job than I am. So yeah, you just want to wrap that around once or maybe twice, just sort of get that bead on there nice. Because the crystals can be not super heavy, they're pretty light, but you know, you don't want that to come out. Okay, now in my case, I'm not taking the flat piece off. So I'm basically just going to take my wire and stick it in, like you can just sort of thread it through one of the holes. And then the bead catches in there, boop, boop, and so then your wire is attached there. Now, this is where the fun part is, because you can decide how you want these beads. Like maybe you want one wire, like maybe you want super long wires. Maybe you want 3 wires, each one that's, 5 feet long. That sounds wonderful. Maybe you want 15 wires, each one a foot long. Maybe you want, some that are 2 feet long and some that are 6 inches long. This is entirely up to you. So you can cut your wire as long as you want it, and you can hang as many beads in whatever pattern you want. Like maybe you want one wire that only has the octagonal beads on it. Maybe you want maybe you want to put like 3 octagonal beads and then I don't know what. And then a long one at the end. Maybe you want just to have like all long ones. So basically, there's a couple different ways you can do it. So you can, whoever gets this one, I'm going to take some of your beads off the chain. So basically, you can leave the jump rings on. So like if you wanted 3 beads in a row, then you could like take these 3 beads and then leave, okay, let's say you want to, okay, sorry whoever gets this one, your beads are going to be taken apart, but you can put them back together again, easy as pie. It's like putting a key on a keychain or taking a key off a keychain. I just said it was easy as pie and then this one didn't come off, so that was a little bit of a fib. Okay, so you can take the beads like this and leave them on the jump rings and then thread just the whole jump ring, not the jump ring, then just on the top bead, put this on. You can use your needle nose pliers and just, okay, I'm gonna move this up. We'll do a whole string here. Okay, so you can put this on, you can wrap the wire around it. I would maybe do it through, put it through, get it where you want it on the wire, and then maybe zip it through there again so that you, my wire's a little bent because I got it all bendy. Anyway, all right, so now you have this string of crystals there. So you can do it that way, or you could have like a very short wire. Like you could do that, like just have this wire be, like a couple inches long and then hang like this whole string of crystals, boink, right there if you want. Or you can do individual crystals. Basically, it's the same concept. You would put the crystal on and then loop it through, get it where you want it, and then loop the wire through again. This is where the needle nose pliers work well, because you can pull a lot better than I can with my little fingers. So you just loop that on, and then there you have a crystal there. And the same with these long ones. I'll try to reassemble this for the person who gets this particular bag of crystals. But again, just like putting a key on a key ring, you just sort of separate that jump ring, pull that off, and then you would do the same. Oh my goodness. I forgot my glasses at home today, and I'm like, ooh, I could have used those. Okay, so put the wire through, get the bead to be where you want it to be, and then loop the wire through again, through the hole again. Grab it with my needle nose pliers. And then pull it through. So that's one way to do it. And then when you, this is a weird looking one because I put this on and this, but anyway. And then when you put this doomajob, I'm just gonna keep calling it the spigot. It's not a spigot, I recognize this, but for lack of a better word, since I can't remember what it's called. Spout, we'll just call it the spout. When you hang the spout back on, then you're gonna have these crystals hanging down and they're gonna catch the sunlight. And this is such pliable wire that you can, you can sort of bend it so that they, stick out straight or hang down. And then it'll catch the light and it'll look like water dripping down. So you can decide how far apart you want the different beads to be. You can decide what order you want the different beads to be in. You can use your wire to create your own jump rings. Like if you are like, if this seems like too much of a pain in the tuchus for you to like wrap it around and stick it through again, you can create your own jump rings out of the wire, and you can make it like super long. Like you can make like a, I don't know, how many inches is that? Like a 5-inch jump ring, whoop, and just connect 2 beads with that. Like you can do it however you want. So basically you're gonna string all your, the method is put a bead on the end of the wire, string the wire through the hole, and then string your beads on it. Decide how you want to put them on, and you can take them off of the rings, you can leave them on the rings, you can, use these things to hang them so that it like is dangling out of the spout and also dangling off of the wire. You can do it however you want. And that's basically it. And then when you have threaded everything in that you want, then you just screw the spout on. Ta-da! And then you can hang this out. Well, I've set up the camera in such a way that you can't really see it. You can hang it by the handle so that when it's outside, you can get one of those shepherd's hooks or hang it on some other kind of hook, or you can hang it inside. And when the sun hits it, it will look like water is pouring out of your watering can. So that's pretty much the craft. Please feel free to contact me. My phone number is 517-647-6981, extension 4. Or my email address is cgrimminck@portlandmilibrary.com. Or you can Facebook message us. We're Portland District Library on, I'm sure that if you are signed up for this, you probably know what our Facebook is, but you can direct message us on Facebook. Please feel free to send me pictures. I love it when people send me pictures of the crafts that they made. But if you have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to contact me. And I hope that you have fun making this. Oh, and just a reminder, we're doing garden crafts this winter in preparation for our seed library, which will be launching in March, which is, we have hundreds and hundreds of seeds that have been donated by seed companies. Most of them are heirloom varietals, and you will be able to take seeds from our seed library, grow them at home. Hopefully they will be abundant, and you will get a bunch of fruits and vegetables and flowers or whatever it is that you've planted. And then we'll be having some programs in the spring and summer on how to save seeds. And then we're hoping that you will bring seeds back from the things that you grew this year. Like if you took seeds from us, hopefully you'll be able to save some seeds and then bring them back for our seed library. Or if you have something that you grow, petunias that have been in your family for, decades, and it's not a common type around here. Or if you grow, like a variety of apple that is just, very distinct. Or an heirloom tomato that we don't have the seeds for here. We are hoping that you will all save your seeds and bring them back for our seed library so that we can share all these different varietals among all the people of Portland. So that is why we're doing garden crafts, but that was a side tangent. I hope you enjoyed doing this craft and have a wonderful day. Thank you.